Bell, Apple stock not having a great day. Shares are down, and yeah, profit and earnings did top estimates, but really that's not the big story with Apple. The big story with Apple is that sales have now dropped for 4 straight quarters, and that is something that has never happened in the iPhone era. It hasn't happened since 2001. But we are talking about Apple, a powerhouse. So what do you do right now? Let's bring in Bryn Talkington of Requisite Capital Management. You got to love the hasn't happened in 22 years thing, but is it a real reason to be concerned, Bryn?
Yeah, well, first of all, good to see you, Brian. I don't think it's a real reason to be concerned long term because while their sales are slowing, which definitely is going to put a pressure on the stock, I think for the remainder of the year, what is growing, what is ramping up are services. Which, you know, services, the iPhone sales were what, 43 billion. Services came in at 22 billion, which is now number 2 on the revenue line, up 16%. And on the call, they said that's accelerating, continuing to accelerate. So I think if I'm a long-term investor, which I am here, they have a user base of over 2 billion. They had wonderful numbers all around. And so I think that as investors, you want to say long term, this company continues to ramp up. They're adding users. They have a service flywheel. But short term, absolutely. You know, can the market rally without Apple? We've asked this question a million times. I think today tells you especially absolutely.
I do wonder about the China problem. You know, Huawei came out with its own phone. Huawei, an arm of China, the Chinese government. And just having been there a few times, I could say there's going to be a lot of social pressure in China to purchase the Huawei phone over the American-owned iPhone, just because you want to show pride in one of your hometown companies. And China's a massive market for iPhone. Is that an over worry, Brent?
Well, right now it is. You didn't see that. That is not the reason for their weakness this quarter. And actually, in mainland China, they had record sales, and then in urban China, the iPhone is the top is 1, 2, 3, and 4 best-selling phone in urban China. And so the weakness actually came with the Macs and the iPads. And so if you take those out, which you can't do, the iPhone actually had record sales in China. So I don't see that read through. I do think that's a longer term risk. I think it's hard to put numbers on it when they're not seeing that right now. So I think that's a bit overblown because it really goes back to the Mac and the iPad is what caused the weakness in China.
I know you're a halftime and fast money frequenter, so I'm going to pull a little fast money game out. Would you rather? Why not? Fast money, 5 p.m. Eastern. Would you rather own Apple or Microsoft?
Microsoft, I mean, I own both. Going into the end of the year and first quarter, I think Microsoft earnings, I mean, they crushed it on every single metric. And then you also have Copilot just launched for everybody this week. I think the adoption of Copilot is going to be exceptional, and so we'll get that next quarter. So I think from a momentum perspective, Microsoft over Apple.
Really? And, you know, you're talking about Copilot, which is the AI sort of assistant. It's not that paperclip that used to exist about 15 years ago. It's much better than that. Let's hope it's not yeah. Clippy. Is Microsoft just a better value, or is it just purely an AI play at this point, Bryn? Because Apple, we talk about AR, augmented reality. We don't talk a lot about AI with Apple.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think AI is such a nebulous term, first of all. It means so many things to different people. What I want to know is who's monetizing what and when. And so you already see with Microsoft, you know, with their partnership and their ownership of OpenAI, not only is that vertically integrated pretty much in every part of Microsoft, they're now coming out and able to monetize it immediately, not open with their intelligent cloud, but also Copilot, which is a use case for everybody. So I think they're both wonderful companies. I just think as an investor over the next few months, I feel like Microsoft has more positive metrics that will have people buy into the stock with positive energy than Apple, which clearly was a disappointment, and that it can't be that it's not positive today when everything is up, you know, tells you what sentiment is on Wall Street right now.
I know you own Nvidia, so it's probably a dumb question, but do you lose any sleep at all about owning Nvidia at this multiple, at this valuation?
Well, I mean, it's not that expensive of a stock, first of all. I mean, historically, it's been much more expensive than it was today. And so I think you're going to continue to see with Nvidia over the coming quarters and years Okay, because I do believe when Jensen says over the next decade that there's going to be $1 trillion spend converting data center CPUs into GPUs. That's not all going to occur in the next 2 quarters. So it's a volatile stock, but long term to bet against Jensen and team has just been a losing game. And so I'm definitely long the stock and happy to own it and excited to own it over the next few years.